everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. Coming back at you with another book review, which makes a change because I haven't done one in quite a while, like since the last one. But anyway, I'm coming back with another absolute banger of a book. This book I absolutely love. It's a little sneak peek, spoiler, not really, of when I get to do my July wrap up, because this is actually the best book of July. This is Cheer the F Up by Jack Rook. It is a non-fiction, but I thought it warrants having its own review video, because I just absolutely love this so much, and I just want to like express my thoughts on it in like more detail. And yep, so I thought I'd just really quickly say about like some trigger warnings with this book. It is a book that I implore every single person to read. I do think everybody should read it. Like everybody and anybody should read it, being like age appropriate, so like I guess in like over 14ish, and it does have trigger warnings of like suicide, parent death, like terminal illness, grief, and like mental illness. Sorry, it's like a fly. Just fly away, little fly. So that I just get that out of the way. But it is exceptional. This, I believe this is probably my favorite non-fiction book I've ever read. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but I believe it quite possibly could be. And I just loved it. I literally don't have a single bad thing about this book. An instant 5-star, instant favorite book, and just one that I just felt was just done so well. So basically, what I think is so good about this particular book is that it's sort of like part memoir, part self-helpy. What is so good is that with the majority of self-help books, some that I have read and other ones that I have grasped, is that the correct word, from their like descriptions and synopsis, is that they tend to focus on the self, and this is all well and good, and it is definitely important, and they have a place for these type of books, and what I mean by that is that they focus on, like, you read them so you yourself can understand the problems that you're like going through, and like recognize these like your symptoms and things, and like the actual issues, and trying to work through them, and how to, like, you know, find the help you need and ways to move forward. And that is vitally important, 100%. And this book does include that, but that those sort of things, that is leading to this like growing like discussion around mental health, and people talking about their like problems and things, including with this increasing like burden and strain on mental health services, and it's meaning that the pressure and these added concerns and like strains and burdens in some sense are being placed on the friends and families of people that are struggling. And this book it addresses that as well, because it has parts in it that are like advice sections about how to help someone who is struggling, how to help someone who has gone through so and so. And I think that is what is so vitally important, and it is filling a space that that I have not seen like anywhere been filled before, and it is like unique and really, really important. So that's what I think is so good about this book. It sort of splits into not necessarily two part, but it's like I say, it's like part memoir and part self-help. The memoir parts are probably about 70% of the book, and it follows Jack Rook, who is like a British comedian. This is him on the front cover and also on the back. He does like comedy shows and things, and is the writer of the Big Boys sitcom that was on Channel 4. I watched that earlier this year. I so recommend it. It's really funny and really good, and like deals with like similar themes about like sexuality and like mental health, and like talking about like things like just like talking about things, and it's really good, and I cannot wait for season 2. So if you haven't watched that show, I would so recommend it. And it's really funny as well, and it's just like it's just a good show, as like just generally, as well as being about like topics that we should be discussing. So yeah, but anyway, so it follows him from about 15 to about 25, I believe, when it ends, and it chronicles like his life, and these chapters are very well paced, and they deal with like lots of different like topics and like life events, from like starts with him like losing his dad to cancer that is like very like quickly, like comes on very quickly, and like he died quite quick, and sort of like going from like school to university, like figuring out his sexuality and like experimenting, like making friends, using like writing and creativity to like as a way to express his like feelings, like losing a friend to suicide and like mental health, and so many more. It is really good, and I had such an emotional attachment to Jack and his like friends and family. It was like I was reading fiction. It was like he was like a character in a sense. I had such a strong bond, and there was many times in this that I found like similarities and like things that just resonated with me, and I just felt seen. And like there's things I'm not going to go into, but there's something so special. It's just something I love when I read, when I can just find those connections and relatabilities. It's what I get mostly with fiction, but it's something entirely different when I can get it with non-fiction as well, I feel. And I loved this like character. It's not a character, it's a person. I love this person like I love people in fiction books, and that has never happened with a non-fiction book before. And I just had such a strong emotional attachment, and like I could see bad things coming. I could see them. I wished I needed good things to come his way, but I could see these bad things coming, and it broke me. It broke me before they actually came, because I could see it, and it does get quite emotional, and I did cry quite a few times. But I did have many laughing moments of laughter as well, because he is so naturally funny and naturally witty as well, and he is just an all-round incredible like person, and I just wish so much like goodness in the future for Jack. So that is sort of like the memoir elements, which is incredible. And then the self-help parts, like I said, deals with helping the self, but also helping other people around you who are struggling with their like mental health or other things that he has gone through, like figuring out their sexuality, or like if they've lost someone to like cancer or to suicide, or like loads of things. Like let me find the contents page. So let me just like read something. So like how to help someone find bereavement counselling, something like that. How to help someone bereaved by a suicide, how not to be scared. That's the last like chapter, and that one is like that one is so good. Let's find, there's some like other like funny, like not funny ones, but like, no, they're still important, like ones like this, like how to survive your first gay club visit, and like other ones, how to help a loved one accept their sexuality and things. And yeah, it's really good. And like there's so many more as well. There's just a few examples. I think there's probably maybe some other things I might have missed out on what I wanted to say about his book. I'm not sure. But I love this. I adore this. There were so many times I was reading this, I just had to stop, and I literally, like, I kid you not, I got the book and I hugged it, because I wanted to just like, I wanted to hug like Jack. I wanted to hug the characters. I keep calling them characters, but they're not characters. They're people. They're real life people, but they don't feel like that, because I love this with the exact same adoration and love and emotion that I love like fiction books, and that never happens for non-fiction. So for a non-fiction book to have this like as much impact on me is like truly like incredible. So yeah, I adore this book. I'm so excited because when I got it, like there's like, it got like water damage when it was on the bus, when I was on the bus with it. But I'm gonna cherish this book forever. I'm definitely gonna lend it out because I want other people to read it. But I am gonna keep this with me like forever, because I absolutely adore it. Definitely the best of July. And I read like 2 other like really good books, but this one took it. So yeah, I implore you to read this book. It is incredible. But do check the trigger warnings if it is something that you think you might get impacted by. But I would say it is handled exceptionally well, and it is a book that I think everyone should read, and what he has to say should be said and shared. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope you're doing well, everybody. Hope you have a nice morning, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. You are loved and you are enough, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.